friends, it's Six Pack Sarah, your Scentsy fragrance consultant. Today, I brought a guest, my lovely husband. We wanted to tell you about this really cool experience that we had. His idea, he brought me. We went to a place called the Candle Mercantile, and we designed our own scents. So when you go in, I don't know if you've been to one of these places, but I don't know if you've been to this or seen this at all, but you go in and they have all their fragrance oils for you to smell, and then you get to kind of choose 2 or 3 oils and mix your own fragrance. So I'm going to let my husband tell you about his scent first. So tell us what scent notes you picked and kind of what it smells like and the name of it.
All right. So I went for agave, balsam fir, because I like anything that smells like Christmas, and as a curveball, lettuce.
I really liked the lettuce too. It threw me off completely, but I was like, I like this.
And because I want to use it in my study while I'm writing or reading, I had my wife write in that this scent is officially called Super Study, and I would say it's not too Christmassy because I added enough agave
And
the lettuce,
both of them,
to sweeten it up. So so when you put it in the study, it's not going to be too Christmassy. I think it's just going to be fresh, and I think it turned out better than yours.
Yeah.
And the girl at the place said it smelled good too, and I think they were ready to offer me a job at the candle place.
I think it's really calming too. Like,
I think so.
Help
and because it has lettuce in it, whenever I'm cooking it in the warmer, I can say, "Let us pray."
There you go. Love it. Also, you might start craving salads.
Well, we'll see if that happens.
Okay, anything else about your scent?
It's pretty pungent, I would say, so I wouldn't do it right away in the morning. But
yeah, it's not a morning scent.
But I would say, I think it would be welcoming as people come in to study and stuff. So yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will tell you the scents that I mixed, but I'll by myself. Okay, so what happened was we were out for our anniversary, and we were driving through Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, and my husband found this shop. So he said, hey, let's go in and try it. And before we knew it, we were doing this. So it was just completely off the cuff. We were not prepared to do this, but it was fun. And we got our stuff in a bag, so it was really classy. They even included matches. And then what you do is when you go in, you take one of these cards and you go over and write down all the scent notes that you are interested in at the time. And then you go over to a mixing station and narrow it down, and then you can smell the oils and kind of put them together before you actually mix them. So we did, and he was really nice and let me do both a wax melt for myself and a candle. So that was exciting. So I will talk about the wax melt first. I called mine Garden Party. I also picked lettuce, as well as there was one oil that was lemon, basil, and olive. Plus I picked cranberry prosecco. I had a hard time getting the ratios right, so this is actually way more perfumey and soapy than I was thinking it would be. But also in a way I like, because the lettuce, we were just obsessed with it that day. Okay, it is sweeter on the bottom. But yeah. So these are clamshells that are bigger than you know, a Scentsy bar or like a lavender and speckles clamshell or whatever. I don't know if it says how many ounces, but yeah, it's a decent size. So it was a little pricey, but it was a good size, so that was good. And we just had a lot of fun mixing them and pouring them. And you mix the oils together, and then they help you pour it into the wax and mix that, and then they pour it for you, and then you have to let it cure for a while, like an hour or two, so that everything's hardened and you can take it home with you. My candle, you could pick your candle jar. So they all looked very similar, but clear or pink. There was like blue and I don't know. So I went with this pinkish one. And on my label on the bottom, I called it Buttered Cranberry Cocktail. And I said, happy 17 years. But the oils I picked were buttered rum, cranberry prosecco, and vanilla bean. And I tried to go buttered rum heavy, but then the other ones like sweeten it up and kind of make it its own thing. It's really light right now, so I'm hoping when I burn it I can actually smell it. But they did use less oils for a candle than for a wax melt. But it's like buttered rum. It's a lot like the butterbeer Scentsy bar, but a little sweeter. But yeah, and they really liked the smell of my candle. And then I said, heading into fall, I'm excited for a cozy scent. And they're like, oh yeah, in a week or two, we're going to switch out our oils for fall oils. And I was like, oh, I missed it. But that's okay. It would have been harder for me to narrow it down. So this was good. But anyway, so that was our fun experience with the Candle Mercantile. Hand-poured candles, super fun. There was a lot of like bridesmaid parties working or going in together and having a good time. You could get a drink if you wanted. We were not in the mood to have a drink on a Friday after we had just celebrated. We had gone to like a dinner theater the night before, so that's when we did our drink. But yeah, it was fun. So let me know, have you ever poured your own or mixed your own wax melts, like either like an in-home thing or at a place like this? There is a similar company sort of near us, and they come up to our town, but they come to a spot and there's a lot less options, so they just bring a few things, and then they make these huge candles, and they're a lot more expensive, plus the price of the drink is included, so it's a lot. So I've never done it, and it's usually a school night right before Christmas when I want to, and we're just too busy for that. So it was really fun to be able to do this at this shop. I hope you enjoyed having my guest with me. We'll see if he ever accepts my request to do a video again, but if you enjoyed that, let me know so I can tell him. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye.